Good afternoon, Dutch Fork. Today is Friday, April 26th, and this is your Silver Screen Report. The South Carolina Scholastic Press Association Conference was held on Monday at USC. Dahlia Beckett was there.
SCSPA is a journalism conference that publication staffs attend twice a year. Journalists have their own expectations for the event.
I'm really expecting to learn more about journalism, writing good stories, taking good photos, that kind of thing.
You know, I want to get a lot of info about broadcasting and journalism and how to really make a great feature story.
The term journalism takes on several meanings for scholastic journalists.
It's like telling a story that needs to be told in a way other people haven't heard it.
It means, getting what people really need to hear. You know, even if that's not your interest, just getting something that could captivate an audience.
Each journalist has their own favorite aspect of journalism.
Over my 3 years on staff, I've met a lot of cool people. I've met a lot of people that I've kept in touch with over the years, and it's just great to meet new people that have the same kind of interests that you have.
I love interviewing people and getting to know people, like people I wouldn't normally talk to, at school and stuff. You make new friends and learn new stories.
Dutch Fork won numerous awards at the conference, including a $1,000 scholarship.
The award kind of validated what I've been doing for the past 3 years on staff, and it showed that I really am a good enough journalist and good enough student to get that kind of money towards my tuition.
Yearbook advisor Deborah Gascon won the Reed H. Montgomery Advisor of the Year award.
We're so excited because Ms. Gascon does such a great job with her yearbook, and I knew Dr. Montgomery, so it was really special for me to be there while she was giving that award.
This has been Dahlia Beckett with your Silver Screen Report.
On this week's Kids in the Hall segment, we asked students would they rather have their news be first or accurate.
For the news to be more accurate, because regardless if it's first, I still want to hear the truth.
I'd rather it be accurate because I want the truth. I don't want lies, because what if it changes later on?
Definitely accurate, because when you just try to rush to get first, there's just all kinds of bias that gets in, and it's always inaccurate.
I would rather have my news be accurate. I wouldn't matter if it came to me first, but I don't want news to come to me first and it be wrong, because then I'll go telling people, hey, this is what I heard, but then it's that's not true.
Last week, annual student council elections took place. Ross Jordan cast the vote.
Students say why elections are important.
A lot of people like to complain about stuff, but when you get to vote, it's like setting you a time to change what's going on around the school and change stuff to what you like.
I think elections are important because the school gets to choose who they think is the best person to represent their class.
It shows that they have individuality and that they care about their school.
I haven't voted in the past 2 years I've been here, so I thought it's time to make a change.
You're making change in the school.
Students hold different opinions on this year's candidates.
They're not just doing it just to run for no reason. They're running because they care.
Some of the candidates that are running my friends, which, I know them, they do a good job. So of course I'm going to vote for them. I think they'll really change the system.
I don't like the rude competition.
I think they have a lot of creativity and a lot of good ideas. And I think a lot of them have a lot of personality.
They're full commitment. They're friendly, they get along with others. And, I think that's very crucial. You got to get along with others to change something for the better.
I think it's fun to see all the posters hung up and everybody campaigning.
This has been Ross Jordan for your Silver Screen Report.
Bark to the Park was held last Saturday in Findlay Park downtown. Jenny Klett walks a dog.
Bark to the Park is the annual festival that is held by Palmetto Lifeline.
Bark to the Park is a very joyous celebration where people step up for the animals and do registration fees and come and walk their dog to raise money for all the homeless pets in our community.
It's important because we're not funded, we're funded by volunteers and by donations. So this is a great way to raise money to help pets get into their forever homes.
Bark
Bark to the Park is one of our largest fundraising events for Palmetto Lifeline, and Palmetto Lifeline is focused on saving as many of the homeless pets in Lexington and Richland counties as is possible. We have over 19,000 homeless pets in the Midlands, so all of the money raised through this event will help us pull those animals from the shelters, get them medically ready so they can be adopted to wonderful, loving homes.
Yeah, we have a walk. The walk, we usually have 1,000 to 1,500 dogs and their owners. Then we have a festival afterward with games and things like that. There'll be the best kisser contest and those sorts of things this afternoon. So it's really going to be a lot of fun.
There are many activities to participate in during Bark to the Park.
You don't even have to bring your dog, but you can just come out and support us. And we walk around Finley Park, we come back, we have all sorts of vendors and information here. As you can hear, we have an announcer going on in the background. We have prizes for all of the people that participated.
The walk is a 1 mile walk, and you know, I haven't seen a single dog fight yet, and that's a good thing. We hope we don't see any at all, which just goes to show the dogs are really happy to be here.
This festival gets people involved in the community to raise awareness and funds for homeless animals.
It really is a great way to raise awareness. We'll be on the local news stations, things like that, and people will know that there's a real need out here for these pets. Without our help, many of them will die in the shelters.
Bark to the Park allows us to do what we do every day. It raises money to support the animals that we take into our facility and get ready for adoption.
This has been Jenny Klepp for your Silver Screen Report.
Senior Kenya Boatwright creates artwork with a self-described creepy twist. Jacob Sprinkle takes a look.
I've been in Miss Sheely's room for about 7 weeks now, and I don't know, all the students are different, but Kenya she really stands out, just like her work. She comes in all the time, bubbly personality, always happy to see us. This work that she comes out with is just so out of the box, and it's just different.
She finds a lot of different media to use. She'll use nails, teddy bears, plastic, skeletons, and just all sorts of different media, wire and all that.
It's really by the movies. I go to a movie, I see it, I usually get inspired that way. My main theme, 2 movies that I really go from is Resident Evil and Silent Hill. That's a lot of my inspiration and a lot of things I do. And I do creepy things, like in movies, dead bodies, skeletons, things like that. It's different, it's something no one expects. I love my other peers and stuff, but there's lots of pots and things like that in our classroom. And in a room, it will stand out the most. And I love my artwork to stand out.
I see her making monsters on movies.
So hopefully I can get into a good art college, and hopefully from there Hollywood. I want to make props for giant movies on Sci-Fi and things like that. I want to get on Face Off. It's like a show on Sci-Fi, it's really awesome.
This has been Jacob Sprinkle for your Silver Screen Report.
The Wiz dazzled audiences last week. Daniel Hudson sets the stage.
Last week, students from around the district came together for The Wiz.
It's really exciting. This is the 2nd annual district musical. It's a really interesting exploration of art in the district. The Wiz as a show is really important because it's bringing all 3 schools together.
I feel like it lets people enjoy themselves in a different kind of light, a different world, basically just like Oz. So I think it's very comical and very crazy, and that's what makes it really fun.
This is important because I guess it just gets the district's talent and the district students' talent out there, I guess, on the map, because it's a really good experience.
It's important because it definitely goes into culture and just new ways of looking at it, and not just in this one particular way, but we made it our own.
Cast members had formed tight bonds and were sad when the final curtain closed.
I gained a lot of memories and stuff. There's some things you couldn't do in regular life that you can do here. We meet a lot of new people who have a lot of different talents and things to add to the world.
I gained a lot of friends. Like I've never really known anyone before this, or anyone at least in this.
It feels great. I love the cast and everyone's really nice, and everyone's really talented in anything that they do, so it's really fun.
This has been Daniel Hudson for your Silver Screen Report.
Monday, April 15th, a bomb went off at the annual Boston Marathon, affecting runners everywhere. Ariana Mount investigates.
There was a somber aura at last week's after-school track practice when the team was informed of the tragedy at the Boston Marathon.
It was a weird feeling over the team. You felt like that you wanted to do something immediately, but then there was also that unknown. You know, what really happened? Was it someone doing it, or was it just purely an accident?
The news affected not only participants of the Boston Marathon, but also fellow runners around the country, including runners at Dutch Fork.
In general, like you're going to train really hard for all these races. So all the people out there that got injured, you know that they were training for like months ahead of time for this. And that's awful, just to have all that put to waste, and like the innocent people on the side, it's really sad to see.
I think the effect on our runners and runners in general is just that you hate anyone to get hurt doing something that they love, and especially an event like that where it was a celebration, the whole city and nation was involved.
Some people, they're never going to be able to run again in their lives. So to know that is like heartbreaking, because I know running's a big deal for me.
Other runners can relate to the feeling that participants felt knowing that their training had been thrown away.
It would be different if it was something that they did to cause the injury, but just to be innocently attacked, I think that's the hardest part for people to understand.
You do work really hard out there every day when you're working and working out, and it's just like it all goes to waste, and that can ruin your entire career as a runner.
I know what it's like to be in a race, and your adrenaline, you're pumped up, you're just so ready to get out there and run that marathon, and the next thing you know, you're on the ground. People around you are going to have to get amputations. They're never going to be able to get up again.
The track team will be paying respects to all victims today at the region meet.
Right after the Pledge of Allegiance, we're not sure exactly what we're going to do, but there'll either be a moment of silence or some words said in memory of and in honor of the people that helped all those that were injured and that passed away.
I think that's very appropriate. I think as human beings, anytime we can get beyond thinking about just ourselves and have a little empathy for other people and how they might feel, that's a good thing.
This has been Ariana Mount for your Silver Screen Report.
The SAT word of the week is aggrieved, an adjective meaning distressed, wronged, or injured. Students, remember you must pay all fines in order to sign up for a parking pass. Seniors, don't forget to keep posting pictures on the Dutch Fork Class of 2013 Facebook page. Yearbook distribution is set for May 21st. More details will come. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.